Let's check out one of my old decks that I found. Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And so, I recently found one of my old decks, and because I found the old box I kept in, my old deck box, and I figured it would be fun to check it out. I also turned off autofocus, so I hope this works out. But, so, this deck was pretty old. I got a Samsung, I forget what generation Galaxy it was, but I took the important bits out and I left this stuff, well, I glued this piece down so that it would divide the deck from the dice and everything. So it's just a one-box carry-all. It was very nice. I really liked that. Old burn and poison and even Shining Legends dice here. So yeah, this is a deck that I played. I'm not exactly what format it ends at, but it was a deck concept from the beginning of the second year of Sun and Moon. And I kept working on it, and I got to this point, and I believe it lasted me a while until tag team Pokemon were a thing. And that's when the deck really just could not keep up with the power that was in the meta. But I really liked the fact that I had this deck box, unlike a lot of other people, where I held my dice, held my deck, and it, didn't cost me more than what I already paid for with the phone. And yeah, I haven't even, gone through this. Well, I guess I did last time I touched the deck, but haven't really gone through this since. Let's go ahead, check it out, and see what we have here. So first, I want to say, this deck is all about Pheromosa GX. Of course, it's a grass Pokemon. Pheromosa GX. 170 HP, 2 prize Pokemon, 1 energy, 30 damage. You can use this on your first turn going first. So, real fast, you can just get 30 damage done. And then for 2 energy, 60 damage, your opponent's Pokemon's now confused. Which doesn't sound that great, even back then, but it wasn't just 60. Let me tell you. And then Beauty GX, the once per game attack that did 50 for each prize card your opponent had taken. So if you are behind on prizes and you need a big KO, 2 energy, 250 damage is possible. And yeah, I just ran that at a 4 of. My friend even gave me a rainbow rare Pheromosa. I already had the full art, but that way I could have a Pheromosa of each kind. 2 of the regular, because Pheromosa was a promo, not pulled in packs. I had to buy multiple Pheromosa boxes. We've got a full art. That one was available in packs, and the Rainbow Rare, also available in packs, but not a regular art version. Very strange the way they did that, but yes, 4 copies of Pheromosa GX. And the main focus of getting Pheromosa out and working came from a nice little combo. We got Tapu Lele-GX with the ability Wonder Tag. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for a support card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Very much like the Lumineon of nowadays, Lumineon V. So you use Tapu Lele to search out a supporter. What supporter? And again, we could use supporters turn 1 in this old format, right? So, where is it? I only played as a 1 of because I only needed it once. Lisia? Search your deck for up to 2 Prism Star cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So you do that, and then that would allow you to search for 2 Prism Star cards. Now, I can't remember if this plays 2 or if it just plays 1. Prism Star cards were one-ofs. You could only play one of them in your deck, but you could play many different types of Prism Star cards. So, Beast Energy was the first one. It looks like the only one in the deck, which was fine. Beast Energy can... so it provides a colorless energy, except while this card is attached to an Ultra Beast, which Pheromosa is, it provides every type of energy, but provides only one energy at a time. The attacks of the Ultra Beast this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Beautiful card, and it just worked out so well. So, turn 1, you'd start Pheromosa, most likely. Pheromosa GX. You would want to find Tapu Lele, to find your Lisia, to find your Beast Energy, so you are hitting 60 damage, turn 1, going first. That is pretty good. That is knocking out a lot of evolving basics, right? But that's not the whole deck, right? You need more than that in the deck. So, let's see. There was a lot of Ultra Space, Ultra Beast cards that really just made Ultra Beast such a destructive force. Holy cow. Let me see. Yep, I want to get all the copies out here, so... Oh, I still have more Pokemon to go through, too, so don't you worry. So, I swear I had more copies of Ultra Recon Squad. 1 second. I'm looking. That was such a fun card. I really like it. Maybe I don't. I'm seeing a lot of Judge and Cynthia, though. I guess I don't. Maybe this isn't even the full deck. I don't know. Just thought it'd be fun to have a blast in the past sort of thing. So, you played 4 Beast Ring. Why? Because it is awesome. Take Mirage Gate, but less of a build-up. Beast Ring. You can only play this card if your opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and shuffle and attach them to one of your Ultra Beasts. Then shuffle your deck. There's a thing about Beast Ring. Same thing about Mirage Gate. It's not limited to 1 per turn. They are item cards. So, you lose 1 Pheromosa GX, which only took 2 energy to really build up. You lose 1 Pheromosa GX. Your opponent has 4 prize cards remaining. You can play all 4 Beast Ring to just power up the rest of the game. You are good. You are set. And that is why Ultra Beasts were so freaking good. It's crazy. We also played 2 Ultra Space Stadiums. Once during your turn, during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for an Ultra Beast card, reveal it, and put it into their hand. Yeah, just search for your Ultra Beast cards. That's it. Just Pokemon search. Search for anything. Imagine Artizone, because all Ultra Beasts are basics. But, except where Artizone benefits both players, if your opponent is not playing Ultra Beast, they don't get to search for anything. They can just search their deck, not find an Ultra Beast, shuffle and put it back, but they don't get to search, they don't get the Pokemon, right? Also, it goes into your hand rather than the bench like Artizone. Apparently I only played 1, I thought I played more. Ultra Recon Squad. You can discard up to 2 Ultra Beast cards from your hand, draw 3 cards for each card you discarded this way. Nice little draw card there. And you're discarding Ultra Beast because you got extras, right? You got 4 Pheromosa, but they're 2 prizers, so at most you're only putting 3 out, you know? We've got other Pheromosa as well. This was a Pheromosa-focused deck. we've got this single prize Pheromosa, 3 of, because we were trying to increase our chances of getting the GX. This one has free retreat. Here, I'll use the fancy art ones. Yeah, you got 2 of the pre-release ones and 1 of the regular. Has free retreat here, and 1 energy, 20 damage, no one cares. 3 energy, if you only have, or 3 energy, 90, plus, if you only have 1 prize card remaining, this does 90 more. 180, right? 180 damage if you have only 1 prize card remaining. Good chunk of change to try to get a final KO, right? I like that. And let's see, I think we only play 1 other Pokemon, and I mean, you've been watching this, you know what it is. Oranguru. Oranguru with the Instruct ability. Once during your turn before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. The original Oranguru. That is just so gosh darn good. Orangurus have been good, but this one was so good. Love that one. Oh, that's off screen. I'll put it up there. So, let's see. I mentioned how I can increase my damage by 30 with Beast Ring. So I'm hitting 60 on first turn, and beyond that I'm hitting 90 and confusing my opponent. You can do better than that. Because in this deck, I have Choice Band. And it's why I always get confused with Choice Belt. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I played this at 4 of. Yep, there it is. 4 Choice Band. Basically, it lets you do 30 more damage to your opponent's Pokemon GX or EX, but big E, big X, not little e, little x. But 4 of them, so your fast raid will do 90 to a opponent's double prize Pokemon, turn 1 going first, and 120 with the second attack, and they're confused, which is pretty gosh darn good. I actually won a match because the player retreated their active that was confused, and then their attack damage was based on how much energy they had attached, and they didn't have enough energy attached to get the KO that they needed because they retreated. It was beautiful. Love confusion because of that, really. And then there's a lot in here that's just kind of like standard, you know, Pokemon business, but I want to talk a little bit about Aether Paradise Conservation Area. I feel like I have more than 2. And I feel like this was at a time where Stadium Wars were huge. So, I think... Yep, I played 3. So, in total, I played 5 stadiums in this deck. Nowadays, I mean, you run 4 and people are like, oh, wow, you're really trying to counter something. But yeah, back then, 5 was like, maybe, you know, there was arguments of like, maybe I run 3 Ultra Space and 2 Aether Paradise, or, you know, that kind of stuff. But Aether Paradise Conservation Area means your basic grass Pokemon, and electric Pokemon, basic electric Pokemon, take 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks. I am playing, for attackers, nothing but grass, and so taking 30 less damage means Pheromosa actually has roughly 200 HP, right? You gotta hit 200 to one-shot it. Because minus 30, that's 170, and that's enough to KO Pheromosa. And then to add insult to injury, I also played Gardenia. This is very different than Gardenia's Vigor, because this card, looking for all the copies, heal 80 damage from one of your Pokemon that has any grass energy attached to it. And that's basically all my energy. So it was just 2 supporters that said heal 80 off of a Pheromosa, right? Which I'm reducing damage that I'm taking, and I'm healing it. So nasty, right? Love this thing. So let's see. We've got some escape boards. Lowers retreat cost by 1, and you can even retreat if asleep or paralyzed. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. We had Field Blower. Field Blower, choose up to 2 in any combination of Pokemon tool cards and stadium cards in play, and discard them. Pretty good card. Pretty good card. Let's see. Let me get these out. Rescue Stretcher. Put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. That was a pretty good card. Enhanced Hammer, I think, needs a reprint. Seriously, discard a special energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. This was in a time, Enhanced Hammer came out in a time where we had Special Charge. Shuffle up to 2 special energy from your discard pile into your deck. So Enhanced Hammer comes out, lets you easily discard the special energy, and it was a lot of fun. Really good card. Just a bunch of grass energy. Let's see, Rescue Stretchers, Field Blowers, Escape Boards, Enhanced Hammer, lots of stuff. Ultra Ball, Guzma, Energy Retrieval, Cynthia. I think that's it, though. Nothing else to really speak of. The rest is pretty just standard stuff. Guzma was the boss's orders of this generation, where the only difference is that you don't just Gus your opponent's Pokemon into the active. You actually Gust one of theirs, and then you switch one of yours into the active. So there's a lot of switching going on. It's like a controlled escape rope. Really good card. Yeah, I would love it if it came back. It would make like this week's Palafin deck a little bit better. But overall, still loving that deck. And I love this deck. This was just so much fun. This is really where I took Confusion and ran wild with it. Just trying to make sure I was getting good damage and confusing them. I was 2-hit KOing most of the time. Fire wasn't so good that I had to worry about 1-hit KOs. And that trade-off really came in handy a lot of the time. Because the Confusion rule hasn't changed since this, so if you know Confusion, you know what it does. But yeah, really good deck. Really love this deck, and I'm so glad I found it. I don't think I'll find any more old decks. If I do, maybe I'll do a video like this, but I don't think I have any more built. I think I destroyed the rest of my old cards, or my old decks. The rest of my old cards I donate to the local card shop. They're going to give me some store credit and that kind of stuff, so maybe I can get a booster box of Paradox Rift. But yeah, this was an old deck, Pheromosa GX. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the deck now that you see how it works. Do you like how this plays? Do you think it's jank, or do you think it's decent, or what do you think of it? Let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the Discord where we got some awesome deck builders, and we're just having fun conversations and all that. And of course, until next time, keep playing jank.